Good evening, or morning, or afternoon. I really don't know what time of day you might be watching this, but welcome back for our February staff picks. You saw the title, you see the logo on the monitor, you know what this is, or maybe you don't. If you don't, we do this every month on the last day of the month, and basically we just round up our CineFix staffers and have them tell you what they've been loving in the past month. This month we got a little bit of everything, which tends to be the case. We've got a little bit of YouTube love, we've got an oldie but goodie movie, we've got some FX love, we've got some HBO love, so there's definitely something for everyone, and hopefully things that you guys have not checked out yet. So after watching this, we're hoping that you do check it out. Let's get into it.
So a hot new show from the CW, which is doing a really good job of putting hot young folks in stressful situations, has a new one for you. It's called Riverdale, and it's a lot of fun. It's sort of a guilty pleasure kind of thing. I wouldn't call it like incredible TV. It's an interesting mixture. It pays homage to Twin Peaks. So it's taking the Archie comics we all know and love and kind of freshening them up, putting them in a completely different, very dark kind of packaging. A whodunit. There's a body in the beginning and they're trying to figure out who done it. Was it Archie? Was it Betty? Was it Veronica? We don't know, but they all look good doing it, and it's a lot of fun. Part Twin Peaks, part Friday Night Lights, part Bring It On. I guess it's a guilty pleasure because I'm a dude, but I watch it and I like it.
All right, so my staff pick for this month is Big Little Lies. So this show is a dramedy miniseries on HBO. It's mostly a drama though, but there are really great tidbits of very sassy comedy in there, which I didn't expect, and I think that's why I liked it even more. So this show has a stellar cast with some big A-listers like Reese Witherspoon and Shailene Woodley and Nicole Kidman. The story follows these mostly elite and very wealthy women in Monterey, California after a suspicious death occurs in their little town. Don't be fooled, okay, it's not like this super melodrama, even though some people kind of relate it to Desperate Housewives. The director, Jean-Marc Vallée, I don't know if I said that right, I hope I did, who also directed Wild and Dallas Buyers Club, he makes this narrative way more subtle than you would think. The cinematography is great, the direction is great, the cast is just fantastic.
Hey everybody, my pick this month is Terry Gilliam's Brazil from back in 1985. Now, it's never a bad time to go back and watch some sort of older dystopian sci-fi, but particularly this one is super relevant nowadays. Brazil is about essentially this dystopia that is like this bureaucratic nightmare. The movie is literally about a guy going insane, losing his mind, trying to fix a typo, essentially. It's a really, really interesting sort of fantasy, kind of wish fulfillment about this everyman sort of ho-hum life that he's living and trying to break out of this system that he didn't even really realize he was a part of. What's really interesting about this is everybody that lives in this society has sort of given over to this sort of really strange, kind of almost steampunkish technology, and culturally it's all super weird, and everybody sort of absolved themselves of responsibility for any of the decisions that they have to make because everything is just so bureaucratic and so insane. And on top of that, it's just a bonkers movie. Like, it's Terry Gilliam, who was a Monty Python alum. He's a crazy guy, he's a crazy filmmaker, and this one is a very interesting movie, and it's even more relevant now than it probably was when he made it. So now is a great time to go back and revisit Terry Gilliam's Brazil.
All right, guys, so this is my unofficial pick for the month. It's Get Out, but since Clint and I already did a fairly extensive rave review, spoiler alert, we loved it, be sure to check that out. But if I didn't have another pick for this month, Get Out would be it. My real pick for this month is a little bit strange. It's actually a YouTube channel, and the channel is called KaptainKristian. That's K's on Captain and on Christian. Basically what he does is video essays on all of the things that he loves. So he's done them on all sorts of topics. He's done Childish Gambino, Frank Ocean, Futurama and the science of comedy, and the history of Adult Swim. So really just a bunch of things that I already like. It's sort of like that saying in High Fidelity in the book, and I think they also use it in the movie. It's like, it's not what you are like, like, it's what you like. Well, KaptainKristian and I like all of the same things, so I've really been digging his channel. If you come to CineFix, you're probably used to getting a lot of that content where you get a lot of takeaways, you know, with movie lists and things you didn't know, where it's sort of edutainment, what's the difference, but like in a fun and interesting way. He does really, really cool commentary and explorations and deep dives on all sorts of really interesting topics. It's really, really just well produced, well done, and just really elevating the YouTube game. So I highly recommend checking his channel out if you have not already, because he does great work, and as far as I can tell, he's a one-man band. So I don't know how he does it all by himself, but he's doing great things.
A show I would love to recommend is Baskets. It's in its second season now, and I guess it's beloved by a smaller audience, but I hadn't really heard about it until my girlfriend turned me onto it. And it's incredible. It's very beautiful. It's laugh out loud funny, but it's got this like really somber tone. There's a whole lot of real emotion kind of underneath this very wacky premise. It's about a guy who goes to clown college in Paris, and doesn't quite pan out for him, so he comes home to the States, and the best he can do is a rodeo clown. It's Zach Galifianakis. The comedy is very dry, very deadpan, and a standout for me is Louis Anderson plays his mother, and he does an amazing performance. I just found out that he won an Emmy for this last year, which I didn't know. Completely deserves it. It's this incredible performance. It's very funny, but it's incredibly honest and sweet portrayal of a mother, and how painful it must be to have this son who just can't quite get his life together.
All right, guys, there you have it. That's what we've all been loving this month. And make sure you guys come back at the end of March for our March staff picks, because we're going to have all new cool things for you guys to check out, hopefully. So make sure you subscribe, follow us on all the social medias and so forth. That's what you're supposed to do, right? I'm supposed to ask you guys to do it, and then you're supposed to do it. So do it. And we will see you guys next time. Bye.